Alright guys, welcome back to Walden's World. Today I'm going to be working on a BMX 300. And I guess this has got the scooter motor in it. I don't know how this guy got a hold of me, but he lives quite a ways away. This kind of looks like the BDX scooter motor. It's supposed to be 300cc. And there ain't no timing chain right here. So... Alright, so there's the timing chain, and the intake valve, turned it over once and that thing was tight the whole time, so maybe it hit a valve and busted the chain, but I got no idea. Don't have a lot of information. What I am going to try and do is go ahead and pull the shocks off. I want to get this rear subframe out, pull the motor out to where I can work on the timing chain. There's a couple of motor mounts underneath here. Just a bolt right down there where it pivots, and then I think the shocks, and I think I can pull that whole subframe back. I'll have to double check. I believe the exhaust, everything's hooked up to the rear end, so let me start getting that tear apart. I know there'll be a bunch of wires and cables, but I want to be able to just get to the motor. I'm gonna put some jack stands underneath it, jack it up, and see what we can do. All right, I'm cheating a little bit. Alright, so it's pretty dark out here in the garage. I think first thing I'm going to do is unhook the battery, and then I've got a plug right there that goes to the fuel enrichener when it's cold. Positive and negative cables. There's a fuel line right there that goes to the carburetor, so we'll unhook that. And on the other side, I'm going to have to do my gear linkage here. I'll have to unhook that. I do see a rectifier wire there, the two yellow ones. We'll have to unhook that. Alright, so I'm having a little problems getting to my cables. I'm going to pull off this deal here. It's 4 screws. Should be. Alright, so on this one, I actually just went ahead and marked that with a black magic marker, and that's going to help me figure out where they go when we get them back in. Let's see if this can come out. No, there we go. Got it beveled. Alright, let's get the bottom one off. Alright, so unhook the fuel enrichener line. There's a fuel line right there on the side of the carb, and you got your e-brake right there. I just loosened it up. I pulled the cable back and it popped on out, so no problem there. Negative battery, wish I had some better light. I loosened my harness off of that, and what else should I have? I've got the throttle cable. I took it off, so that's off. Alright guys, so we've got a wire harness. There's a couple of sensors here. I don't know what they are. This is on the driver's side. There's a clip here, and one down there. We're going to need to pop all these loose. Alright, I went ahead and unhooked my fuel pump here, and the fuel pump power goes right here, and so that all should slide out now with the deal. I'm just going to leave that on there. Hopefully that'll slide out. Unhook the positive off the starter solenoid, wherever the starter solenoid went, but this goes to the actual starter, and that way that'll come on out. Alright, honestly I think I'm just going to pull the whole back wire harness. So it's coming up through here. It goes up to our coil. We've got one that comes out, goes to this little sensor. We'll unplug that, and then we got the 2 that goes to our spark coil. Unplug those. That's going to be a ground I'm going to have to undo, and then the rest of them go to these blinkers and stuff. There's one wire harness goes to the back, so we'll get all that unplugged and get that coil done. Alright, apparently we need to get off this hydraulic brake line too, so it's got a deal that screws in there, and then this just comes off the frame itself, and I think this is the last thing I have to take it off. So, alright. Got this thing loose. Spin my jack this way, and maybe I can just pull it on out. So yeah, after looking at this thing and getting the back carriage out, looks like we're going to have to pull the motor anyway. So I'm glad it didn't just try to work on it in there, because everything's stuck. There's no way I can get this case off. I got to get that case off, and I'm pretty sure on these there's a plate back behind the flywheel that hopefully I can pull off on this particular unit. Some of the GY6s are solid, so if that's the case, we're splitting motor and pulling cranks. So I got motor mount here, one back here, and I guess I'm gonna have to get that drive line off too now. Go ahead and pull the air box off. I'll just put a lot of this stuff in the back of here. I hooked 12 volts up to this thing to drop it back down, so I'll just throw the parts in there for now. Okay, it's pretty dark right here, but I'm going ahead, and these are 13 millimeters. We'll get this drive line off. Is that a little nub or a big nub? Big fat bolt. Alright, boy, we just keep on taking off more and more. I thought I could loosen that. I ended up taking this one off, so that's loose now. Got the back bracket loose. That's loose. This is loose. Pop the zip ties are on there. Note to self, put some more on there. And I put some wood underneath here. And then, that was close. I just dropped it down, so this is actually off now. I pulled the motor mount out from here. Note to self, spacer there. And I think I can pull this motor out now. Yeah, note to self, take off the air box. Just take it all off. Just take it all off. This thing should come out now. It's a pretty big open hole. I think I can just spin it this way and pull it out. And get my grandson over to here to help me. He may have to pull that thing back and get it out of the way when I do this.